So I'm sorry I haven't posted anything for a few weeks. I've been very busy with the store, so I really wanted to upload and edit this fall makeup look for you. And I've been wearing this makeup look a lot lately, and I hope you enjoy it. So if you want to see how to recreate it, then keep watching. So the first step is to apply my Smashbox pore minimizing photo finish primer. I've been really loving this primer. It's thicker as the Benefit Professional, and it really does the job. Then for foundation, I'm as usual mixing two foundations, the L'Oreal Infaillible Pro Matte and the Makeup Forever HD. I'll list all the shades in the description bar. So as always, I'm first applying it with my fingers on my face, and then I will blend everything with my beauty blender. For my neck, I never apply another layer of foundation. I just use what's left on the beauty blender or on the brush. Then to open up the eyes, I'm using this Flesh Tone pencil by MAC. You can use whatever pencil you want. I just prefer to use a flesh tone instead of a white. I think it looks more natural. To conceal my dark circles, I'm using my holy grail product, this Pearl Salmon Concealer, and as you can see, it's almost gone. So I'm using this 3D HD brush by Sigma, and I'm just applying a small quantity really on the inside corner of the eye where it's the darkest. I'm also blending it with the same brush and then just using my ring fingers to make sure there are no excess product. Then I'm using this darker shade from the Salmon Concealer just to cover my melasma. So it's not like the best way to do it, but if you have any idea, I'm all for it. Then for my brows, I'm just brushing them up with a spoolie, and then I'm using my old brow kit from Sigma. It was their first brow kit, which has like all these different shades, and you can actually use the brow powder in the color medium, and it has just the perfect shades for brunettes. So here I'm using a mix of like a medium brown and a dark brown to do the tail of my brow, and then I will brush them up just to make sure there's no not too much product. And lately I haven't done anything like to the front part, I'm just filling the tail. Then as an actual concealer, I'm using this Maybelline Dream Lily, and oh my god, I love this product, but these things with the brush take forever to get some product. And sometimes then you have too much. So I'm just putting a little bit with the applicator, and I'm also using this as a highlight, so just a little bit on my nose, on my forehead, on my upper lip, and a tiny bit on my chin. And then taking again my beauty blender to blend everything out. Then to make my nose appear a little bit narrower, I'm using this new technique that I've been loving lately, is to actually highlight the sides of the nose, and visually it looks like the nose is slimmer and that the cheeks are going like closer to the nose. I don't know how one can explain it other way, but I really like it. Moving on to the eyes, I'm using this Sigma base in Persuade. So this is an eyeshadow base, but it has a little bit of a color to it, like a pinkish hued. So it's perfect to cover any kind of veins that you can see on your eyelids, as the skin is so thin there. Then to set my under eye concealer, I'm using this Real Techniques setting brush and this Kat Von D contour, and I'm using a mix of these two light shades, and really lightly just dusting a little bit of powder there. Then to set my face makeup, I'm using this Revlon powder. I'm not a huge fan of this one, but I'm trying to end some product, so I have to use it. It has nothing like specific, it's just like a face powder, and I'm applying it with my powder brush from Real Techniques. To contour, I'm taking this contour brush by Real Techniques and this middle shade from the Kat Von D palette, and I'm just applying it very lightly just under my cheekbones and blending it upwards. And if, like me, you are a little bit heavy on one side, you can always go back with your powder brush and just blend it out. To contour my nose, I'm using the same brush, but I'm just pinching it so that it's a little bit more flat, and I'm just putting a little bit of darker shade on the tip of my nose, not the whole nose, as I don't want to emphasize the fact that it is narrow at the base. then a tiny bit under my lower lip to make it look fuller, and also a little bit on my temples and on my forehead. Then I'm taking again my powder brush just to make sure there are no harsh lines and that everything is nicely blended. I love to add bronzer to my contours, so I'm using this beautiful palette by Too Faced and this multitask brush from the Deluxe gift set, I think, from Real Techniques. And I'm just applying it on my cheekbones, a little bit of my forehead, and yeah, very, very lightly. Then for my eyes, I'm using this Warm Neutral palette by Sigma. I love this palette. And I'm applying this neutral beigey shade with my E40. Then I'm taking this very pigmented medium brown shade on the same brush and I'm applying it on the outer corner and in the crease. And directly blending it out. Then I'm applying this Sigma blush in Cheeky. Yes, you can apply blush as an eyeshadow on my eyelid. Then I'm taking this clean E25 and I'm just blending out any harsh edges. Then I'm taking the same blush shade on my E30 brush. This is the pencil brush, and it's just perfect to put some color underneath your eyes. I really think putting a color under your eyes balances the look and makes your eyes look bigger. Then I'm taking this orangey shade from the Chocolate Bar Semi-Sweet palette and again on my E40, and I'm just applying it on the edge of the crease shade that I have just to warm it up a little bit. Then I'm taking this darker brown color from the Semi-Sweet palette with a Real Techniques base shadow brush, and I'm just applying it on the outer corners. And then blending it out with my Sigma E25 to make sure there are no harsh lines. I'm then taking this small E21 brush by Sigma and the same middle dark brown color, and I will apply this on my lower lash line. This will really open up the eyes. Then I'm taking this E15 brush, and this is one of my favorite brushes to apply like dark shades near the lash line. So here I'm taking the black shade from the Semi-Sweet palette and just applying it on the upper lash line. And as you can see, I'm just like stippling the product, I'm not dragging it, and then I'm blending it out with my E30 brush. Then I'm tightlining the upper waterline with a black pencil. And for mascara, I'm using, of course, my Best Lash Extreme by Jordana. I've been loving this mascara for months now. It's really cheap. You can get it at my store, actually. But yeah, it's a really perfect one. And then I like to go on top of it with my CoverGirl Clump Crusher, just to make sure there are no clumps. And then, of course, a little bit of brow gel. And for blush, I'm using the Sigma blush in Cheeky with my Real Techniques blush brush. Then I wanted to blend it out a little bit, so I used again my powder brush by Real Techniques. But on to highlighter, I'm using my so loved Maybelline Luminizer by Bob, and here I'm applying it with a very old fan brush by e.l.f. I have a new one from MUFE that I really need to use. And then for lips, I was hesitating between these two shades by Milani, and I decided to go with a dark berry one. And yeah, I just love this shade. And it's the shade 49 by Milani, and the name is Brandy Berry. And it has a slight sheen to it, which looks kind of frosted, but it's so comfortable and so pigmented. To finish off this makeup look, I'm using this setting spray by MAC, so it's the Fix Plus, and I think it was in the scent Yuzu. And here is the final look. So I really hope you enjoy this fall makeup tutorial, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. I have a Jennifer Lopez from the AMA's video coming up, and have a wonderful end of the week. Bye!